Let me make this clear. If you come to Canada with a study permit, you cannot start working before your program starts. If your program starts in September, you can only start working in September. Even if you come a month before time or a few weeks before time, you still have to wait for your program to begin before you start working, or it is going to affect your future chances of getting a work permit or whatever. If you want to be here legally and do things right, then you have to make sure you are not putting yourself in trouble even before your time comes. And for those whose visas are delaying and they have started the talk with their school to defer their programs, if you delay your program or you defer your program to, let's say, January, and you get your visa, let's say, in September after you've already deferred your program, or in October, as I said earlier, you cannot start working before your program starts. So you cannot come to Canada in, say, because you have it in October, I come to Canada in November, and the plan is to work till January when your program begins. No, that is not how it works. Because one thing is, you cannot be in Canada legally without a status. So if you are coming with your study permit and your program starts in January and you come in like 2 months, 3 months, 4 months before time, the only question the agent is going to ask you at the airport is, what are you here to do? What is your purpose? You say school. When does your school begins? In January. Well, you are here 2 months, 3 months to time. What are you going to do until then? Oh, I am going to get used to the weather, blah, 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 and look around. Well, the agent also knows that it's going to cost you money for all these periods you are going to be here. And since you are not schooling in that period, you will not have to use a study permit, because a study permit is for schooling. So if you're going to be here for a long time before your school even begins, I'm not saying this with 100% certainty, but there is a high chance you will be denied, as I said earlier, depending on the agent you meet. If he's in a good mood, he may allow you. But if he's not in a good mood, he may not. And in the most cases, you will not be allowed. Also, if you come late after your program have already started, there is a chance some agents will not let you come in just because you came too late and your program has already started. So the good thing is to come, say, a month to time or a few weeks to time, but don't be late and don't come too early. I had someone telling me they are planning on deferring their program to next fall, that is 2025, because they've not gotten their visa yet. So what if they get their visa, say, next month? Can they still come to Canada? Well, you can't, because you have to wait a whole year for your program to begin. What are you going to tell the agent at the airport that you'll be doing for that whole year when you cannot work? And how do you expect him to give you a study permit when you are not schooling? For this, I can tell you 100%, they are just going to cancel your visa entirely and ask you to go back. Mind you, what you apply for in your country is a visa, not a permit. You get a permit at the port of entry. A visa only allows you to leave your country and come to this country. But then it is up to the agent at the airport who will decide whether they are going to allow you to enter the country or not. So don't do things that are going to make them cancel the visa in the first place, because that means you having to go through the whole process again. And once they notice you have had one rejected, then the chances of you getting another one becomes a problem.